Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Well, we're going to be checking out another of these kind of what I kind of throw out as non-traditional bucks. Not a 110, a 112, 150 or 55, more like the Spitfire. And of course, you guys know I reviewed this guy recently, the Highline. I really really enjoy this knife. Absolutely 100%. I'm digging the Highline. So, that kind of made me want to check out more of these uh the non 110 112 bucks. I had the Spitfire, the mini Spitfire, actually a while ago. I reviewed that, and that just really had some not so great fit and finish issues. So after seeing the Highline, I gotta give them their shot. After seeing the Highline, I'm like, okay, maybe we figured something out. So I picked up this one. This is the Cavalier. Now, it's kind of that slender. I kind of look at it as kind of in the same view as like maybe the CEO, maybe more of that gentleman's office, type carry. You can definitely EDC it, absolutely. It'll cut your packages, your boxes. I mean, it's got a decent length of blade. It'll do some work for you, without a doubt. And we'll get into that a little bit more. But what do we have here? Well, they this is kind of gray aluminum with this carbon fiber insert there. Now you can tell that insert does sit proud. It's not flush. So it's kind of an inset, onlay, inlay, however you want to put it. But it is carbon fiber. Now you do have the stainless steel on the frame lock side. As you can see, it is a frame lock. Stainless steel pocket clip. The one thing about the aluminum, I won't get into the blade just yet, but I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see it does have a full stainless liner in there. So where the aluminum might reduce some weight, they put a stainless liner in there, so it's definitely going to kind of add some weight back. So just wanted to throw that out there. But nice, slender. Fit and finish is actually pretty good. I mean, it doesn't bother me that the carbon fiber stands proud. Would it look better if it was flush? Absolutely. 100% open construction. You got one standoff right there. Centering. It actually looks like it's off to the clip side just a bit. So, yeah, I think it is. It's off to the clip side just a little bit. But definitely a flipper. You do not have any jimping on the flipper tab, which it could, I think, use. It could help. Absolutely. But there's the birdie. See the birdie? Sorry. It does have, I think it could use some jimping on the handle. Now, the action is really not too bad, honestly. If if I can keep my finger off the lock bar. And I'll talk about that a little bit more. But got a nice stonewash blade, big old buck on the blade there. I know people won't care for that. Now the blade, 7CR17. I know a whole bunch of you just groaned. And yeah, I get it. I understand. Will it, like I said, will it open your packages, open your letters, do tap? Hey, yeah, it will. It'll do it for you. Um, it might not do it for a long time, but it's gonna do it. Keep you a little strop with you or something like that. It'll be okay. But yes, I get it. 7CR17, not the best steel choice. Understand. Other than that, I mean, it's a nice. It came pretty dang sharp. Comes down to a nice point. Not too bad overall there. And like I said, the action's pretty good. The detent's pretty good. Now, I got to keep my finger off that lock bar. I find that to be a definite issue for me. Because when I want to grab it, that's just how my hand wants to lay. So I really have to be mindful of keeping my finger, just because it's so narrow. So, but anyway, all right, let's get some specs. We'll do some size comparisons, and we'll move on a little bit. So overall, what are we looking at? You're looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pretty close to 7 3/4. You've got right about a 4.5-inch handle, which is going to end up giving you about a 3 1/4-ish inch blade. Cutting edge, a little, right about 3 1/4 blade length, a little bit more than that. Then your grip length's going to be about 3 3/4. And that's pretty much how it looks in my 3 3/4 inch hand. So definitely I can get a full 4-finger grip on it. No issues with that. Do our pretty much our standard size comparisons. There is the PM2 and the Bug Out. And then just because I had it out here, because I talked about it a little bit, I'll just throw the Highline up there. Some of you may be familiar with that one. So that's kind of how it looks up against the Highline. And guys, I seriously do. I really like this knife. I really like the Highline. Anyway, let's see. Let's get a weight on it real quick. It's not overly heavy. It's got a little heft for its size. You know, it's nice and slender. 85, I mean, what, 3 ounces right on the button. So it's not bad. It's not bad as far as weight goes. Pocket clip. Carry's great. Tucks away in that pocket real nice. I mean, goes in and out of the pocket pretty nice. Definitely, you know, it's not deep carry, but for those of you that like to have a little bit of grab onto, it's right there for you. So there you go. Retention, pretty darn good, actually. And it's got enough lip on it that I didn't have too much trouble, or ramp, excuse me, going in and out of pocket. You know, not too bad. So, the overall. Well, when I saw that it was aluminum, I was like, okay, cool. But it does have a full stainless liner, as I said, so there, it kind of caught the light. You can kind of see the screws that hold the liner in. I mean, so that kind of adds some weight back to it. Action is really good. The detent is good. I don't mind it. The thing is that index finger just likes to sneak over there and put pressure on that lock bar. So I really, really have to watch how I operate it. A knife like this would probably be better served as a liner lock, to be perfectly honest with you. This slim and slender, because I mean, I don't have overly large hands, and I know a couple of guys at work, you know, like I said, guys, I take these to work and have the guys there handle them, so it's not just me. I can see how other people react, and they had absolutely the same issue. I think I showed this one to Zach one time, and he was like, I can't get it open. That's because he's putting pressure on the lock bar. So, I mean, you know, that is kind of a bummer. Well, I guess I could just say that. It is kind of a bummer that you really have to pay attention. The pocket clip, not a big fan of the pocket clip. It's a hot spot. It is, and it's a hot spot here, and it's a hot spot here. With a knife that slender, that pocket clip is a little too big, a little too wide, and I don't know, if I get my hand just right, it's okay, but if I pick it up and just grip it, it's usually kind of uncomfortable. And then, I mean, you got the 7CR steel, I know. It'll do most EDC tasks for people, without a doubt, but I get it, you know. I understand that. So, what do these sell for? Well, they sell for you can get them for right around $34. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, we could sit here and bicker price back and forth all day long. For that price, I'd like to see at least 8CR. Shout out to 8CR13, right? You know, a little bit. I don't think to me, the price versus materials doesn't really add up. Yeah, you got carbon fiber, you have the aluminum, so that's probably where your price is coming from. It's definitely not coming from the blade steel, so there you go. Safe to say, I'm not as thrilled with the Cavalier as I was with the Highline. Definitely, if you're going to buy what I call a non-traditional buck, man, I recommend this guy. And I don't say that very often, but if you're looking for a nice little buck knife, other than a 110 or a 112, guys, give the Highline a shot. I think B's had some issues with the one he had. It just needed to be cleaned up. But other than that, I haven't heard a lot of negative about him. Yeah. Trust me. Okay, if you're looking between these two, go with the Highline. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I don't like to tell you what to buy, but... And you might like the Cavalier. I can't say that, but I would choose the Highline over the Cavalier all day, every day. We'll just put it that way. Okay? I'll just say that. And in saying that, I'll say thank you very much for taking the time out to check out my review of the Buck Cavalier. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.